Hey, what's going on YouTube? So let's look at the stock market. In my opinion, we're getting close to a period where the stock market is slightly overvalued when it comes to trading. I've gotten back into trading right now, especially after looking at my buy and hold strategies for the miners. They've been pounded, but eventually I will make some money on some of these miners that I hold. But going back to the stock market, the Dow is closing in on its 5-year high, or the high that it reached 5 years ago under George Bush. The Dow was approximately 14,164 at its high. Where's the Dow right now, 5 years later, or around 5.5 years later? It's at 13,900. So we're around 200 points away from reaching the all-time high of the Dow. But let's just look at a few things. ValueEngine.com, a search engine for stocks and valuation purposes, indicates that around 63% of the stocks are overvalued. And there are some experts out there saying that, okay, if there's a 65% threshold where stocks are overvalued, then that means that, hey, you better watch out when you're trading. So, in my opinion, we are close to a correction time. I don't think the stock market's going to crash right now. I have stated that I thought it was going to crash because they weren't going to pass the debt ceiling, but that has been kicked down the road. And looking at the market right now, we have to look at, okay, so if the stock market's going to go in correction, what stocks should we look at to try to make money off of this? Well, I'm not going to give you any advice on this. You have to do your own due diligence. But what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at stocks that have been hammered during this rally. And one stock that comes to mind, which Gregory Mannarino also talked about, was Apple. He did a video last week on this. And I actually bought the dip as a disclosure at $460 a share. It went down $60 a share when the earnings came out last week. So once that occurred, I just said, okay, hey, I'm going to buy some shares right now, $460, because it was around $705 a share, and now it has plummeted all the way to $460. It was around $441 the other day, but now it's gone back up, and you can't go down a straight line unless you're going to have a market correction. So, in my opinion, what hasn't rid this valley? It's Apple. And you have to look at other stocks that haven't done so well this rally as well. So, what are your thoughts about the stock market right now from a trading perspective? Do you think that it's going to correct? Because you have to see Ben Bernanke is printing money like crazy, right? He said today that he's going to continue printing $85 billion a month. And look at the price of gold today. It went up. Interest rates are also up as well. The 10-year note hit a high of 2.03. Not a high, but the high was around 2.03%. Right now it's trading around 2%. So if you look at all of these factors right now, it just looks like the stock market is going to be in for a mini correction. And on top of it, the GDP numbers weren't too great. And consumers are losing their purchasing power, or not purchasing power, but they're going to take less home and pay because Obama and Congress raised taxes this upcoming year, especially for the payroll taxes to fund Social Security. That being said, in my opinion, when we get this next correction, what is going to go up? Stocks that have been hammered. In my opinion, Apple stock is going to go up. I don't think it's going to go up, but what are you guys looking at right now for this next correction? Because I've also noticed that gold and silver have been actually going up ever since you had the German repatriation of the gold. It's been going up since then. But ever since last year, election time, it was in the $1,700, $1,720 range, and it's been falling down. And in my opinion, what's going to end up happening, you're going to see this soon, all three events occurring at the same time. You're going to see the euro weaken. The euro right now is trading at 1.35. The dollar index is trading around 79-ish. And gold and silver have been going up. So three things are going to be happening when this market correction happens. You're going to see the price of gold and silver actually go down. The euro is going to weaken, the dollar is going to strengthen, and you're going to see the stock market correct in a downward fashion. Interest rates are going to fall because they've been slowly but steadily rising since late last year. And also, what I think is going to happen, you're going to see some stocks that have been hammered like crazy. They're going to be going a little up, or they're going to be going higher than the rest of the market. So I'm positioning myself for Apple right now, and I may start to short the S&P as a disclosure within the next week or so. I'm thinking about it because I do believe we're going to reach a new high on the Dow. So what are your thoughts, guys? What positions do you have right now? And once again, do your due diligence when investing and trading and whatnot. And also, don't take my advice in investing in Apple without doing your own due diligence or shorting the market, as I probably will do within the next week. So, yeah, take care, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. What positions are you in line for all you traders out there and investors? Thanks, guys, for listening.